Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm For Classic and welcome to Hellbound, a game developed by Cybot Studios and it is using Unreal Engine 4. So these developers really like to create hellish games. They did develop other games where it takes place on something that looks like Hell or Mars or anything like it. I'm not really sure why we do associate Mars to Hell, but probably it is Doom's fault. So today we are here to talk about the benchmark of the MX130 or the GT940 MX, playing Hellbound to see how it performs, and unfortunately this game it is quite unoptimized. So let's take a look on the settings. I'm running the game with 720p using low settings, and I'm not using any resolution scaling, so it is set to 100%, no VSync. And I'm using a max FPS of 144, and for some reason on this laptop specifically, which I don't really understand why, there is a frame cap to 60 frames per second. I even forced disabled the VSync of the Nvidia graphics card, I forced everything off, and still the game caps on this specific laptop at 60. I'm not really sure why. So looking to the requirements, it doesn't really look that demanding. It just asks for a GT 730, so everything should be playing awesomely fine, right? Well, kind of. So at low setting 720p, my average was 57 frames per second. You can look at the graph and see that the frame rate just stalls at 60, but there are multiple drops under 60 frames per second. In my opinion, it is fine, although this is a game where you should be playing at 60 frames per second locked or something above of it. If your target it is 30, you can play on medium, but honestly for this game I would prefer to be as close as possible to 60 frames per second. And honestly, the graphics looks simply bad whatever the settings you go with. Of course it looks better the higher you put, but I mean the overall visual of the game, it is simply unimpressive, and to make things worse, it is very unoptimized. It is quite demanding, and well, that's when I finish my talk about the performance. It is just an unoptimized mess, it requires too much, and graphics aren't really anything special. But I mean, what about the game? So Hellbound, like I did told you at the very beginning of the video, it is a 90s game. So it tries to be kind of High and Fury or the classic Doom. And it is an extremely cheap game, so you can get this game for $12.99 at the time of this video. So that's absolutely nothing, alright? It's really a cheap game. So I thought that the game was cheap because the visuals were not really interesting and the optimization was not there. But in fact, the reason why this game it is so cheap, it is because it finishes off really quickly. So you can finish off this game in about 2 hours. So you just buy the game, start to play the game, and for some reason you have a kind of a clear afternoon where you don't have nothing to do, and you start to play the game, and at 4 o'clock you already finished the damn game. So it's something like that. It's a very quick game to finish, and it is not even that hard in my opinion, so it's kind of easy. And also, to be even more worse, this game only offers 4 weapons throughout the entire game, which you already get access to all of them in this specific level, which is the second level. So I'm kind of disappointed with the length of the game and also the offering of the weapons that you have. It seems a little bit limited. I don't know what was their objective, and for some reason it is really hard to recommend. I think it is nice if this game gets included in stuff like Humble Bundle or Bundle Stars, any kind of bundles where you buy the bundle and you get kind of 4, 6 or 7 games. This is the type of game that fits really well inside those bundles because it's a game that you will spend your afternoon playing it and you will even enjoy it. The game it is fine, the movement it is awesome, the soundtrack it is nice. It is just too damn short and doesn't really offer too much weapons or too much enemies. So it's a perfect game to include inside a bundle, to include inside the Xbox Game Pass or anything like it, because it's a quick game to finish. It is a good game though, but still lacks a lot of length and a lot of weapons and a lot of enemies. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about Hellbound. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.